Today I woke up and my new snake shed his skin. And it was quite perfect, actually. Sometimes it doesn't come off in one piece. You can actually see its little cute mouth. And when I got it, I started thinking about the Ouroboros, which is the symbol of a snake or a dragon eating its own tail. So it was a great gift for my little snake. All I give him in exchange is bird eggs, and he gives me these great lessons. Great winning. We all win. So I started thinking about the Ouroboros because it's a symbol that's in many regions and religions and teachings. It kind of universally resonates. And what it is this cycle of birth, death, rebirth, birth, death, rebirth. And you can think of that literally, like you can think of like past lives and you're going to die and that kind of thing, which is great. But you can also think of it more as an energetic process where everything, arises, a spring, summer comes, and you really start to grow what is beginning to come to fruition. You get a little bit of product, but in the fall, you harvest, and it's this kind of plenty. You have more than you can actually handle, and then winter comes, and it feels like it's all lost. How did this happen? This always happens to me. I can't catch a break. No one can. It's not just you. You're not special, actually. So, but then if you're in the winter, you could get really depressed, but stuff is happening. In the winter, trees are regenerating their root system. They're taking a break, they're resting, and then it gets cold, 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 and then all of a sudden spring wakes up. Sometimes spring starts before the heat comes. Like I've seen pictures of snow with different tulips coming out of the snow because the energy of rebirth begins way before the rebirth actually happens. And so you can think of your life as more of an Ouroboros, and instead of thinking this is my reality, because it won't be a reality for long, it'll change. It's the wisdom of the serpent. I'm very drawn towards Naga practices, which are the sacred serpent. And this is self knowledge. It's this knowing from inside based on my experience, as opposed to external knowledge where someone else tells you who you are and what reality is. We always start there, but then we're able to create our own. So, like, I'm a professor now. I started with having amazing teachers who taught me step by step how to learn. There became a point where I didn't need them anymore. Like, I'm friends with a lot of them. I still need them in terms of like exchange, but they're not my teacher necessarily anymore. And I've been able to then take my experience of learning and create something that I can then pass off, because that's the point of life, is not just receiving, but repackaging and giving it back to others because it came from someone else's kindness. If you have any benefit of any of my videos, it doesn't come from me. It comes from the innumerable amount of people who have been very kind to me throughout my life to help me grow. The difficult people, very kind. The things that I understand, I wouldn't understand if they hadn't been kind to me by breaking my heart or leaving me or harming me. And the same with the positive people that, brought some hope back in, helped me see that there's more than just this. So we don't function independently, we function interdependently. And what happens for a lot of people is they misunderstand interdependence for codependence. And there's quite a subtle difference that I invite you to really ponder for yourself and contemplate.